Hello and welcome to Scoping Out Tools, and I was asked if I could show a little bit more on taking apart the microscope, so that's what I'm going to do today. And it's not a complete dismantle, I'm not going to mess with the optics, it's just I'm going to look at the mechanism of moving it up and down. I have actually seen that I could get something for, I think it's an X-drive displacement, which is about £17 off Temu, which I'm considering doing. I think it's cheaper than actually trying to replace the actual drive itself. I will show you where the problem is as well that I'm facing too. So let's have a little look. So the first things first, this is the light source, and if I was just to switch this on, I can actually put my light on here. That's a ring light. I have my camera capture set up on here, which I've still to make an adjustment for this, and I can then view the object through the eyepiece. So first thing first, I'm just going to take that off, and it's pretty straightforward. It's just three little screws that lock it on place on the base here. This is just a spare eyepiece so I didn't lose it, the eye cup thing. And so I'm just going to take it off the base here. It's just held in with the screw there, and so I'm just going to unhook and lift it fully up, and that is now off the base. I'll show you about the base in a minute. And then the next bit is, you can see there is a little screw on here, which this is a collar for here. So I'm just going to unhook that as well, and then I can take off the optic. Okay. Right. So this is obviously where the eyepieces just slide out. Right, this is where obviously the two binocular signals are coming through. It'll then go up onto this eyepiece part through the optical piece there. You can see that you can actually have an adjustable magnification. So just here, you can see it's the 4 times objective is the highest, so that if you actually adjust the ocular to actually be a times 20, you'd get 80 times, but because this is only a 10 times, then you actually only get 40 times magnification. So not a very high magnification. But for now, I'm not going to be taking it apart, but as you can see, there's a variety of different screws in which to actually remove it. So I might do that at some point, but for now, I'm just going to have a little look here. So there is, so this is got a plate at the bottom, and that is just so that when it comes down, it will actually stop the mechanism at the bottom. It can't go any further. And then up at the top, there's also a little screw up at the very top to actually stop it going any further as well. You can actually see that's the screw here. So that's there, and then also there is, I think it's just that screw. So let me just take that little screw out. And let me just pause it while I go. Okay, so let's just take that screw first. I'll use my little sake cup, and then that should hopefully come out there. Okay. Right, so this is the bar that is running it down, and I'm not sure if you will be able to see that at the side, but basically it's been ground at this bit, and there's a small bit here as well, which is, I think, sometimes not catching. I don't know if that will show up, maybe there. Right, okay, so this is ground here, and there's a small bit here as well. You can see it's also done at the end as well. So one bit is to actually replace this section, and if I just unscrew this, okay, there's a little bit of foil from at the bottom. So this is the mechanism. So if I was to actually take this out as well, I think I need a bigger screwdriver, which I'll need to get in a minute. But basically I could probably replace this part here or this part to actually then have this section here, but it's curved. So the other part that I'm considering doing, so if you have a look at here, let's just you can see that this is actually in place. So this is the strongest material, this is the weakest material. Just pop you there. So this is the weakest material. I can analyze this to find out what it is. It might be it's a brass, but yeah. So I need to repair that or replace. So the part of me is sort of going, right, how do I make this back in operation? So I'm going to need to have something to actually attach to this base here. There's going to be a displacement motor, which actually has a displacement mechanism, which is going to have a focus wheel like this. It's not going to be on both sides, but it's meant to be for X. I'm wondering if it will be strong enough to sort of do it. So I need to create something to actually attach the displacement onto on it, which will be that bore, and I will just quickly check what that bore is just now. It's going to either be metric or imperial, so is it going to be an inch? That's got 24.6 on this, 24.5. So I'm assuming that I want it to be 24.5. So it's just under the inch. So I could get away with actually making it an inch in size, just to make it easier to move it up and down. So yeah, so I've got to create something for here, similar to this. I could basically have something similar to this, have it attach it here, then have the microscope over it. I'll keep the mechanism on it because I can use a little bit of force to actually keep it moving on it. So like if I let me just quickly assemble it. So there is two little bits of, don't know what these bits are, but I think they are bits that actually, I should check what this material is made from. But for now, I'll just put the screws back in. So we'll set that back on here. Screw back in. Screw back in. Pop the mechanism back in. So here, just slide it on and then start. Oh, have I got it the wrong way around? No, I've got it the right way around. It's not catching. Or should it be the other way? No, it should be this way. Maybe I just need to add more pressure to it. Yeah, that's it. So I just had to add more pressure to the back. So as you see, when it comes out, it will, see how I was able to actually get past this bit because there's no weight on it. If I was to put weight on this side, it might skip a bit. Well, of course it works this side, but when I'm often, when I found that when I was going up and down in the microscope, it was catching at that bit, and that's why I'm wanting to replace it. So it's going to be straightforward to actually fixing this all back in place. I'm just putting a screw back on. Okay, that's still got the mechanism. Okay, and then I'm just going to pop this back on. And it's this way because it's going to be looking out. That's locked, and then this back on here. And that's the breakdown of it. As I say, maybe I will take this apart in a future video. It's all just screws together, but I don't actually want to. The danger of me doing that is if it might, everything just falls off and I can't reattach, so I need to have a lot of think about it. And yeah, so next step I will be ordering the X displacement, and that is a little bit more of a further look into actually the breakdown of the X drive mechanism and where the problems are that I actually have to replace. I will be buying, rather than trying to repair it, I'm going to try and just buy the displacement motor itself, so, or not motor, drive. So thanks very much for watching. Bye for now.